It's time for Denox Tech Reviews. Denox Tech Reviews number 48. Denox reviews the Famicom Detective Club 2, The Girl in Back Super NES Remake. Hello YouTube, this is DXS speaking once again, and it's finally time to review Ayumi Tachibana's game itself. A Famicom Detective Club game that started it all, but surprisingly isn't the first game of the series. The first game in the series was The Missing Hair that came out for the Famicom Disk System in April 1988. Today we're going to review a Super NES remake of the game that came after that, called The Girl in Back. The Girl in Back is the prequel of The Missing Hair. The original Famicom Disk System came out in May 23rd, 1989, pretty much a year after The Missing Hair. Too bad The Missing Hair has yet to have an English translation or a remake, so we're gonna focus on The Girl in Back, where the whole Famicom Detective Club series began. As I just said before, we're going to review the remake of The Girl in Back, not the original one, because it's the only Famicom Detective Club game until now that ever got a fan English translation. This remake came out on April 1st, 1998, developed by Nintendo R&D 1, and sadly the only way you could have gotten this game at the time was through a Nintendo Power cartridge rewriting service in Japan. Now let's get out with this review, shall we? Since this is where the Famicom Detective Club series started, it starts off with a young 15-year-old protagonist that you name yourself. He is found being chased by some police officers until a man showed up identifying himself as a detective, thus saving the boy from being sent to the police station. This is a text-based game that will obviously require you to read and analyze what each people are saying and the situation that is going on. In this game, you are given the task to solve a mystery who is the mysterious girl that rumors are being spread by many people in the school near where the main character works now, and where Ayumi Tachibana studies. There has been a murder of this girl called Yoko, which is Ayumi's best friend, who is actually the girl that motivated Ayumi to find out who was the real culprit who killed a girl called Shinobi 15 years ago. And now we're going for several days to find out who killed Yoko as well. So we're going to be in for quite a while. Throughout the game, you'll be going around the school and other places around the area to ask different questions about different people that has been talked about from the previous person. You are given images of your surrounding where you are now, including a background and a person or more standing right in front of you. The image is always on the top left side. The right side shows a bar of the decisions you must make while talking to a person. On the bottom is the dialogue where people will be talking to you about what they know about the current case and situation, or yourself when you're thinking about something or talking to somebody. A lot of times you will find yourself not knowing what to do to move on after you ask someone all the questions of everyone in the list. It may require you to think of what the person's saying, as well as to present an item to someone that is maybe familiar with it that helps you get more clues for your case. The good thing about it is that there's no real consequences if you tend to repeat questions to somebody and doing things more than twice to someone that may annoy them. Sometimes you are required to look around in the background for some clues depending on the situation, so be sure to analyze everything you see in the game. Something as unimportant as a clock in a classroom may be a clue to continue the game. You will never know who is the actual murderer in the game until the very end, but I won't spoil any more than that so you can enjoy the game itself. You can say it's not too much of a game because you really do not die or get game over in the game either, but the whole story of this game more than makes up for it. It's more of a visual novel than anything else. You do get a small trivia game in the end of some days that will test your memories on all the evidence that you have gathered up so far. I find the story of this game very interesting and complex. You will also learn a lot of things about Ayumi Tachibana and how she started becoming a detective's assistant herself. But she isn't an official detective yet in this game, being the first game of its series. I heard that in The Missing Hair for the Famicom Disk System and the Super Nintendo Satellaview game known as The Lost Memory in the Snow, Ayumi was a lot more focused than in The Girl in Back. Too bad they have never been translated to English, and to add insult to injuries, it's basically impossible to play Lost Memories in the Snow cause it's a downloadable game from the Satellaview servers that was shut down a long time ago. And you could have only played those games in 1997. Harsh. But back to this review, shall we? This game was made directly by the company of Nintendo. Yes, the company that made Mario, Zelda, Pokemon, and many other family-friendly games, with Metroid and Sin of Punishment being one of the few more mature Nintendo's IPs out there. As a matter of fact, Gunpei Yokoi was the producer of the series as well. The Famicom Detective Club games is actually one of the most mature and darkest IPs ever from Nintendo. And a matter of fact, they even get a near mature rating of 15+ due to the murder and smoking scenes. Plus the mention of blood as well. It's not really a kids game, of course. Now let's talk about the graphics of this game. This game came out very late in the Super Nintendo's life cycle, around 1998. But for this console standard, the visuals are very good and well detailed. Like I said earlier, this is the remake of the Famicom Disk System game, and in comparison, you can tell there is a huge improvement in the visual aspects. The backgrounds does show a lot of details in the surrounding, and some of the animation scenes feels quite unique and well executed. The hardware limitation does show, but you can tell that this game was pretty much maxed out of the horsepower of the Super Nintendo. The musics are very memorable and fits very well in their respective scenes and situations. Some of the sound effects and dramatic music make this game seem natural and fits perfectly in place. They were even composed by Kenji Yamamoto, who is also responsible for working on music from almost every Metroid game in existence, Donkey Kong Country Returns, and Mike Tyson's Punch-Out! To conclude this review, if you're into detective games and find enjoyment in solving mysteries, you're going to love this game. This is a very complex case that you have to solve, and anyone could be the murderer of Ayumi's best friend, Yoko, and I guarantee that a lot of things will happen throughout the game that will shock you. There are many twists and turns in this game as well. This game is not too long and may only take you around 10 hours to solve the mystery and beat the game. But when you do, you should be very satisfied of how the story of the Famicom Detective Club 2, The Girl in Back, was executed without throwing any spoilers. It's funny that it was only until the end of the game that I really knew that it was a bit of a dating sim as well, to see how well you are worthy of Ayumi Tachibana. That is where the replayability comes into play. If you really want Ayumi to grow a lot more attached to you, and you didn't score well with her in the first playthrough, you can go back in time and try playing the game again to make decisions that will benefit Ayumi's relationship with you. I truly enjoyed this game for the story and many of the plot twists that this game has as well. There has been many people saying that this game is even a masterpiece for how well the story was executed. And now for the final results. I give the Famicom Detective Club 2, The Girl in Back, the Super NES remake, a 9.5 out of 10. Very underrated and a true forgotten gem from Nintendo. If you are into crime solving and visual novels, this game is perfect for you. As I mentioned in the Origins of Ayumi Tachibana video, the Famicom Detective Club series made by Nintendo is extremely underrated. Drill Dozer is like Mario popular compared to this series. No joking around there. More than 80 to 90% of Nintendo fans most likely won't even know what this game is. So keep watching this video until the end, because we are about to announce the 2 grand prize winners of the Ayumi Tachibana contest as well. These two are about to win a Lucina or Pit Amiibo respectively. And as for Operation Tachibana, this contest may be over, but this movement will keep on going, so I encourage you to share this review with everybody you know on the internet if you truly believe this series really needs more recognition. I will be making new videos about Operation Tachibana from time to time as this channel grows, so if you help me grow this channel to a popular level, I may be able to make this franchise a lot more well known in the States. If you think she has no chance at all, you may be part of the reason why she isn't popular at all, because I'm pretty sure that if we all band together as one, we can one day persuade Nintendo to bring these games to the West, translate them, and put them all in the Nintendo eShop. So my question to you is, are you gonna let this series die down, or are you gonna be part of a revolution to let Nintendo know that we want this franchise in the States? And there are many other Nintendo franchises unknown to the rest as well, always focusing on Mario and Zelda. No offense to the fans, you can always love these franchises. A matter of fact, I'm a big Mario fan. I'm hooked on Super Mario Maker, but it's good to see other Nintendo franchises do well. Smash Bros helped a lot to make many obscure Nintendo franchises very popular. But we need more variety. If Nintendo were to advertise an underrated gem like they did with Splatoon being a new IP that just became mainstream popular in under a year since its review, anything is possible. And that's all I have to say about that. Hope you enjoyed this review, and now we're going to announce the winners of the Ayumi contest. We do thank the few artists that has participated in this contest, and out of the 3 fan arts that I have received, the winner of this contest is Crypto Hybrid. That is right, you are the first prize winner that can choose between the Pit or Lucina amiibo. I love how you did that crossover of Ayumi with Ike and Takamaru, and how it made me laugh a bit, and how supposedly she got defeated by Ayumi. Wow, that was crazy. And the second prize winner is Aaron Johnson. So once the first prize winner chooses his amiibo, you can have what remains. I love the details that you put in the Ayumi fan art. Hands may be small, but it looks like you put a lot of effort in your art, so I really appreciate it. And Richard Castle, your fan art was really funny and I enjoyed it, but you got 3rd place. But thanks a lot for participating. There will be a new giveaway next month to win an Olimar amiibo, so stay tuned to find out how to win that. So be sure to email me your address at denoxkunreturns@gmail.com so I can ship you the amiibo a few days after I received it. I will ship in 3-day priority mail so it can get to you quickly. And this is finally the end of the video. Be sure to join the new Operation Tachibana Facebook group that I have prepared. This will unite all the Famicom Detective Club fans to unite and make this series big in the West. So until next video, take care, God bless, and stay cool. If you like this video, be sure to check my other previous videos as well. See you there.